Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaka Evavia and this is the second episode of The Art of Elegance. After I put up that first video, you guys blew me away. Like, I literally had no expectations whatsoever, but you guys just pull through with your messages, with your subscriptions. Don't think I don't see you. I see you. I really do. And I'm really grateful. I just wanted to start by saying thank you to all the people who have subscribed so far, and I hope that together we can grow ourselves, grow this channel, and just better the world in general. Yeah. Now I wanted to start this video in a very different way. I want to talk about something that is not, a lot of people don't talk about it because, I don't know, maybe a lot of people haven't really figured out what it is. But after I put up that first video, I couldn't watch it. Like, actually tried. I tried to watch it, but I wasn't able to. Each time I clicked on the video and tried to watch it, I was looking at it and I couldn't see myself. It was like I was watching a totally different person. And it really was me watching a totally different person. Because that person in that video, that really wasn't, I mean, it wasn't me in that video. And you know, I think I mentioned being nervous in that video. I think I actually said that I was nervous, but it went deeper than that. It was really deeper than that. It was a struggle. I was battling with myself. It was like the me that I am as a person was being suppressed by this other person that I don't know. It took a lot of prayer, reflection, and it was just people who love me and care about me to see that that person in that video wasn't letting the real me show. I don't have to struggle to be myself or to be a different person. I just have to be. So you could call it a minor case of identity crisis. You could call it some personality confusion, whatever you choose to call it. I think we all at some point or the other, like, we go through something similar. So I just want to say, I'm actually saying it on this video because I hope it helps someone out there. I hope that you have people around you who can see when you're deviating from this person that you're supposed to be, this person that you want to be, this person that you really are to someone else. And I hope that with their support and help, you can work your way back to being yourself, to finding yourself again. It's nothing major. I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of the time we're in denial about things like this. So I just wanted to put it out there just to help someone who is struggling with maintaining that balance of being true to yourself while trying to better yourself. Now that we have all that emotional stuff out of the way, let's get into the video. So I have to apologize for two things. The first thing is, as usual, my phone. I will have it on my lap because I have my notes right here. And if I don't have notes, I would definitely deviate from the topic. I would just ramble on, and this video will probably be as long as the first one, and we do not want that to happen again. The second thing I have to apologize for is my energy. My energy in this video is probably really low, but that is because I'm tired. I'm really exhausted. Please forgive me. I just came back from a wedding. It's 11:49 p.m. and I just started filming. I'm ill and this is the second time I'm trying to film this video. I actually filmed. Let me tell you guys what happened, okay? So I filmed on Thursday. I filmed on Thursday. After filming, like taking my time, getting makeup done, setting up and filming this really incredible video and feeling really good about myself because I was really sick, but I still got the energy from God to film that video, and I did. I was really happy. Only for me to try to edit the thing on Friday, and then this video was terribly blurry. Like, it was so blurry, I could not, I couldn't make out my eyes. That's how blurry it was. So I just had to respect myself and refilm this video. So that is why we're here. And that is why I'm this exhausted. So please forgive me for those. Now, for the video proper, as usual, I have to start by giving out my disclaimer. In as much as I am very happy to have anyone who's interested in watching this video here today, right now, watching this video, I have to also say that this channel is not for everyone, okay? So who's this channel essentially not for? If you believe that being real consists in being coarse and unrefined, if you believe that one should not make an effort to better themselves and to cultivate certain traits, and that doing so is a waste of time and energy, if you believe that elegance is a result of misogyny and patriarchy, and you know, it's just society's way of getting gullible women to act a certain way, if you do not see the use, the essence, and the beauty of etiquette and grace and elegance and refinement, and you're not willing to keep an open mind, if you're highly opposed to God, to spirituality, to virtues, then this channel is not for you. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. And I think it's best to just shut this video down right now and just move on to a totally different channel. Yes, so now that I have that disclaimer out of the way, let's move on to the drink of the day. I'm actually really happy about this because I really need this drink right now. Okay, so today's drink of the day is... So if you know me well, you know that I really do love, like, okay, I love liquids. I keep saying this. I really love my liquids. But there's a hierarchy to it, like, and somewhere up there are my reds. I really love red wine, okay? So this particular genre of red wine is called Merlot. So one fun fact about Merlot is it's an old French regional dialect for little black bird. Another fun fact about it is it's the second most planted grape in the entire world. So, I mean, you can tell there are a lot of us out there who love us some Merlot. Now, if you're a wine person, you probably already know this, but if you're not a wine person, a good glass of Merlot should be the shade of red. This is more like a deep violet kind of red. And this is how you know that it's a full-bodied Merlot. Now, if it's lighter, if it's on the lighter side, then it's a light-bodied wine. If it's more on the, you know, if it's lighter than this but not so light, then you can say it's a medium-bodied wine. But if it's dark like this, then it's a really good bottle of wine. And you should go ahead and enjoy. I really needed this sip. Okay, so moving on. See, you cannot judge me, okay? You really cannot judge me right now. You cannot judge me right now. Today's virtue of the day is one that is really dear to my heart. Like, it's one that, you know, when I meet people for the first time, it's actually something I use to measure them and know, you know, where exactly am I going to place this person in my life right now. It's punctuality. We need, I feel like we Africans, especially Nigerians, we need a resensitization and re-education on punctuality. Like, that thing called African time has taken over our entire lives. It's crazy because people really don't even see being punctual as something to do anymore. It's like something that is unrealistic, outdated, or something that is just impossible to do. And that's not true. This virtue is really dear to my heart because when you think about it, really when you sit and think about it, punctuality is essentially being on time. Yes? And when you think more about it, what are our lives made up of? Time. A person's lifespan is essentially made up of time. If you're wasting someone's time, you're wasting a huge part of their life. You're wasting their lifetime. You're taking a chunk out of their lifespan and just messing with it, and it's not cool. It really isn't cool. So when you think about it like that, it would spur you to be more conscious of time, of people's time and your time, knowing that to waste someone's time by keeping them waiting or just generally not doing things when you're supposed to do them is essentially wasting their life. So let us do well to be more punctual people, to have more respect for people's time. Because when you think about it, like, if you respect a person, you would never want to waste their time. People who have job interviews, people who have very important classes, people who have very important meetings, you barely find them ever running late. But when it comes to things that are, in quote, not as important, you find them being really lax about it, being, I'll get there when I get there. It doesn't work that way. You have to make a conscious effort to try to be more punctual. And that means planning yourself ahead. Because now you know that if I want to get somewhere in time, I have to factor in a lot of things. I have to factor in journey time. I have to factor in dress up time. I have to factor in, contingencies like traffic, especially if you live right here in Lagos, and then, traffic is a huge part of our lives. So you have to factor in all those things and still be on time. That is the most important part of it. You have to still be on time. Yeah. I feel like a school teacher. A tired school teacher. I'm this close to finding a very nice corner on the floor, just passing out right there with no care in the world. What's I doing, But I just have to film this and put it out there. So we're moving on to the topic of the day. Today's topic is poise. Poise. Have you heard that word before? What does it mean to you? Poise is defined as an elegant bearing of a person. It's also defined as composure of dignity and manner. So what does this mean exactly? How does this translate to reality? It means that a person who has poise is that person who retains composure. They're able to compose themselves in various situations and act right. They have a certain savoir-faire of being able to act in a manner that is befitting of the circumstances that you find yourself. So to be able to do that, it means you have to have a level of self-awareness. Now, the only negative thing about poise is that the women who practice the traditional idea of poise, they sort of came off as being very rigid, frigid, calculating, stiff women. But that is not what poise is. Poise is not, you know, I can't even take myself seriously. Poise is not being stiff. It's not being calculated. It's definitely not being frigid or rigid in any way. It is about thinking first before acting. That way you maintain composure. So how can you cultivate poise? I will start by saying that poise is a thing of the mind. It's actually a state of being. It is a mental thing. It starts from within and works its way outward. To cultivate poise, you have to value yourself as a person. What does this mean? When you value yourself as a person, you know that not everything deserves your reaction. Not everything deserves your comment. Not everything deserves a comeback from you. Or, I don't know, what's it called again on social media? Yeah, it's a clap back. Not everything deserves a clap back from you. In reality, on social media, anywhere. This is because you know that not everything adds value to you as a person. It's simple math. If you know your value as a person, and then you know that reacting just anyhow to anything takes away from your value as opposed to adding to your value, you won't indulge in certain actions. You will think before you act. You would process things. You would take a moment to think about the words that you're about to say before they leave your mouth. You would think about the actions you're about to take before you take them. It's that simple, but not that simple, if you catch my drift. So the second way to cultivate poise is to forgive yourself, you know? Because there have been times in the past, everybody has this, there have been times in the past when you've made mistakes as a person. There have been times in the past when you have acted in ways that you're not proud of. There have been times in the past that you were not as elegant, as refined as you would want to be. There are probably even times that you did stuff that, you know, kind of made people around you to lose respect for you in some way. A lot of us have done things that have resulted in people who know us having little or no respect for us at all. Like, it's like people who know you're like, ugh, that one, ugh, you know. But when you've forgiven yourself, you find reason to respect yourself. You find reason to act better as a person. And then when you've started to do better as a person, those same people who disrespected you in the past, who have little to no regard for you because of the things that you did in the past, they begin to see the new you. They begin to see that this person who I wrote off as a flif is actually not as bad as I thought. This person deserves my respect because I can see this person working hard to make themselves better. And that is all that it takes. What I would say is to start by respecting yourself. Because when you respect yourself, other people around you begin to respect you. Respect from others starts from respect for oneself. And you can't respect yourself if you haven't forgiven yourself. So when you have forgiven yourself and you have begun to respect yourself, you would find that you are able to better see your value as a person. And when I say value, what does it mean? Our value as human beings stem from the fact that we are made in the image and likeness of God. And when you're able to see your value as a person, you're also able to see the value of other people as human beings. And so you think before you act around them, because you know that this person as a human being deserves to be respected. And the truth is, when you have forgiven yourself, you find peace. And when you found peace, you're able to start again. So forgiveness is very important, especially since, God has already forgiven you for all these things. So who are you not to forgive yourself? Like, think about it that way. Now, the final way to cultivate poise is to be honest, but not blunt. So there are two different things. Honesty and bluntness. Two different things. Two different peas, two different pods. There's some people who think that they're the same thing. So they're like, I'm honest to a fault though. Please, I'm a very straightforward person. You cannot tell me anything and I'll just ignore it like that. No. If you say the one that I don't like, I'll give it to you like that. No. So being honest as a person doesn't exactly mean that you have to be tactless, or that you should be unkind to people, uncharitable to them. Poise is precisely that attribute in us that helps us see that we have to compose ourselves for ourselves and for other people. So it really isn't cool to think that just because you want to be honest, you have to be unkind to people or tactless in the manner that you approach subjects or situations. No, it's the opposite. You have to actually, because you want to pass the message across clearly, you have to be tactful. Truthful, but tactful. Truthful, but kind. Truthful, but refined. For the task of the week, I am challenging you to be at least 10 minutes early to everything that you have to do this entire week. I'm also challenging you to practice taking 5 seconds to breathe and think before acting. That way you're able to compose yourself before you say anything and before you act in a given circumstance or before you respond to a given situation. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. And I have to go now because I'm about to drop dead. But I hope that despite my illness, despite my tiredness, you were still able to get the message of this video, and I hope that you're able to share it with people around you, and that you like at least and subscribe and share with your friends. And I will see you in my next video, hopefully with better energy. Good night. Can you see that my glass is almost as large as my head? Don't judge me. By the way, I forgot to add, never hold your glass like this. You always hold your glass by the stem, not by the bulb, by the stem.